Hi, today is day 5, 6.
And welcome to Two Tired Teachers. And we are not coming at you from Glacier National Park.
There's a reason for that.
There are actually several.
It was sleeting when we were setting up.
And we were supposed to be there for 3 nights. And what we could not tell on the website when we made our reservations,
There were 2 campsites together with a circular drive.
we were in site 61. And as we pulled in, I started to pull through and saw there was another picnic table, went around to the end of the circle, and there was a number there for 63.
Which means...
That we couldn't get our van out.
No.
I mean,
Once
we were...
the other people got there, we were stuck in 61 with no way to move the van.
And so we just stayed hitched and kind of waited. And I happened to have taken Theo out for a walk as the other people came up, which...
That's a good thing.
But anyway, they were very nice. They had a smaller RV than we did, and they said, the man said, we can just back into your site, and then the backs of the RVs will be together in the center, and everybody can get out. And they were going to be there for 5 nights. We had 3 nights reserved. We said, that's great. Thank you so much. So we pulled forward, and it had started sleeting.
Again?
And that was another thing, is that there were winter weather advisories and wind advisories. And I mean, the wind was, we'd been driving in some just
Yes.
horrific winds.
40 plus miles an hour.
So anyway, we got that set up and we had pulled around. Granted, we weren't exactly even, but we were going to be able to get out, and so we were happy. And they pulled, he did a great job. He backed his little RV in there, and then they unhitched and left. When they came back, they knocked on the door and said, we just wanted to let you know, we actually have gone down the road. There's a first come campground, and probably because of weather, whatever, they were able to get in there, and it was a better site, and they were going to be moving. And so that meant they were canceling the reservations, and we were going to be back to being stuck. And so he said, I wouldn't worry about it tonight, but just to let you know. And so
Between that and the weather,
we talked it over and decided that we would just forfeit the other 2 nights. We'd rather get on the road than stay. I mean, the wind was, we had both scissor jacks in, and it was shaking the RV, something awful. But anyway, and so we went down to the visitor center and went in and talked to the people and asked about the weather. And he said, well, winter weather advisory and wind advisory. And we said, well, the road was closed, just so you know, 14 miles in. I don't know if it's going to be closed all year for the 24 season, because we know in the 23 season they started working on the McDonald Lake area. And this is saying
finished now.
I'm not sure, but I think they're working on the road between, connecting. And so anyway, the road was closed at the 14-mile mark, and I said, just so we can do something here, would it be worth it to unhitch and drive out the 14 miles? And he said, oh yeah, while the weather's nice. So all the video you're seeing is while the weather is nice. The few little showers that are just rain, that's nice. The low cloud cover, that's nice. No sun, but it was a beautiful drive. Absolutely stunning and amazing, and we're glad we did that. But
and
that
it left us with a
much
feel
better
for Glacier.
Yeah. And we felt, we really did feel like we got to see part of the park, and it is gorgeous, and it is majestic, and it is it's huge. The structures are just massive. It was amazing. And honestly, we were kind of thankful the weather wasn't that great, because it really wasn't crowded.
No.
And I do think a lot of people with reservations just hadn't come because of the forecast. So anyway, we left there, and we made a video about the border crossing just because we were very curious about what's required now. And so we did a separate video about that. We planned on showing you some of Calgary. Well, howdy, could we have shown you a lot? We don't have video of this. I went on and deleted all the dash cam video because I was so sick of Calgary. it was Sunday because we'd left early. We were coming in on a Sunday,
Yes.
and as we were headed north, traffic just stopped. And so we were able to get off, and we're going to take a loop around, and we did that successfully.
4 times.
But we got around, and there was a sign that said Banff Bypass. And so we followed it. And there were about 3 signs, and we just kept following those signs. And then the problem was the van is a 17. Yeah. And then the other GPS is even a little older than that, so the roads we were on did not show up on our GPS.
So
And
we
so-
were off-roading.
We could not tell. Our GPS was telling us to do something different than the road signs. We trusted the Canadian road signs.
Big mistake.
I think if we'd known what the bypass was, we probably could have hit it, but we didn't know. And so when we started, instead of being on the going north and then going west, when we started seeing signs that we were going south and the exits were to the east, we knew we were actually just making a complete loop around the city.
And there are no gas stations on
Or
the
businesses.
on the side of the interstates.
None. And we were starting to really need some. And I will tell you, by the time, and we did not film this, we were frustrated, very frustrated, because what should have taken less than 30 minutes, we were an hour and a half in.
And we'd planned on stopping and stocking up on some fruits and vegetables that we had run out of.
Yeah, because we didn't want to, coming across the border. And so, anyway, that was in the, we weren't going to do that. And so finally, this is why we carry maps, actual
Yes.
paper maps. We pulled over, and I had seen a sign for, I think, Highway 8. And I said, Mylena, can you find Highway 8? Now, when we're so desperate, I love my sister, but map reading is not her strong suit. But she found it, and she said, yes, take it. And I was like, this is better than anything we got. And it was a beautiful little road. And I said, we just need something that's going to take us west, and then we can go up and hit the road we need to. But we got to get out of Calgary.
And we were
Thankfully-
thrilled when we couldn't see Calgary anymore.
It made our little hearts sink when we were actually driving right through downtown, because we planned on avoiding that pretty much. But anyway, so I had found if you watched our California series, you know we really appreciate the hotel casinos. We knew we were going to be filling up with gas when we got here, because we had no idea how much the exchange rate. I was trying to figure out how much money should we spend on gas, and I wasn't sure, so we didn't get a full tank by any stretch of the imagination. But at that little convenience store that was not made for RVs, and had we been 8 feet wide, I don't think we could have gotten through there. I mean, honestly, it was just a little community store,
Yes.
but we were able to get in and get some. But anyway, know that the casinos are going to have gas stations, etc. And so
Probably.
this casino that we got to, the other thing was at Walmart, we had planned on getting cash back when we paid for our groceries, so we would have some Canadian money. Since we weren't able to find a Walmart or any kind of a store, we thought, you know what, we'll go in and check with the casino. We'll go up to the casino cage, and they said bank exchange rates are 1.3. Their exchange rate was 1.2, and it was a one-way transaction. You cannot get American money back, but you can get Canadian. And so we went on and were able to get some Canadian money. We'll show you that just because if you're like us and hadn't seen it, this is what it looks like. But we were able to do that, and since it had sleeted, we were just tired, and we knew we had a couple of extra days, and so we said, we stayed here last night, can we stay another one? We were just going to be having a down day editing videos, and the day before had been longer than we'd planned. And they said, sure, just go to the hotel desk and register and put down your tag number, and you are welcome. So then yesterday afternoon,
It starts snowing.
folks, June 17th. June 17th, we've never seen snow in June. I think March is the latest we've seen snow in Texas. But anyway, so big flakes, and I'll show you that, the van, the RV, the field across here has a dusting on it still this morning. It snowed a lot, and big flakes, big flakes.
But there were wet flakes.
Yeah, and the temperature is so that on things that were elevated, stuck a little bit, but everything seems to be just fine. So anyway, now that kind of catches you up with where we are. And today we are heading into Banff and be there for several days, and then Jasper and several days, and then we'll be heading on up to hit the Alcan. So, folks, just to say,
go with the flow.
In Billings 2 nights ago, two nights ago we had fans out. And then
we're wearing shorts and tank tops when we got there.
Yeah, and then the next night we were at Glacier and Sleet, and then the next night we were here with snow. So that's just the way it is. And I had wondered if maybe we had waited too late to start this trip. Guess not. But anyway, so this has just been kind of a let's catch you up, change of plans, and we are still on the road, and we are still looking forward to all of the things that God's going to be showing us, and we're going to get to see, and we're going to bring you along. Thanks for watching. Two Tired Teachers. Stay tuned.